Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our special council meeting of Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. I'll now call the meeting to order and acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Item 2.1 is the approval of the agenda, and that the agenda be approved as presented. A motion to approve, please. Moved by Councilor Lee, seconded by Councilor McCormick. And all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? Motion is carried. Thank you very much. I will also direct your attention to the Municipal Conflict of Interest Act, whereby members are required to declare a conflict of interest prior to any discussion on the matter. Item 3.1, Strategic Priorities 2025-2026. Deputy CAO Peter McCracken will now lead us in this item.
Thank you, Worship. The organizational priorities have been discussed at a couple of meetings in the past. On April 28th was the first iteration of this, and then a revised version of the document was shared on the 25th of June. And these priorities were created to outline our council and operational strategic priorities for the year. That was done through a couple of exercises done by council and senior staff. Hopefully council members have had an opportunity to review the documents. We received a suggestion for a change from Councillor Hoteling to consider, instead of doing a tourism plan, which has actually been changed to more of an approach to tourism, to provide grants to non-profit organizations. We're recommending that we sort of shelve that until we have a broader discussion on grants in general. But the document, the priority document is in front of you, and happy to take any questions.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. McCracken. The recommended motion is that council adopt the 2025-2026 priorities as presented. If somebody'd like to make the motion. Moved by Councillor Hoteling, seconded by Councillor Fromm. Any questions or comments on this? Seeing none, call for the vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? Motion is carried. Thank you very much, Mr. McCracken. 4.1, business issues, allocation of capital funds for 2026-2027 budget. Alan Cole, Director of Protective Services, you now have the floor.
Thank you, Your Worship. This is an application that the Council approved the allocation of funds to next year's capital budget in the amount of $150,000 for the purchase of fire apparatus. The matter was discussed at the Committee of the Whole meeting, and the budgets and various truck purchase prices are set out on page 11, Your Worship. I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you very much. The recommended motion is that council authorize the commitment of $150,000 from next year's 2026-2027 capital budget for the purchase of fire apparatus. If somebody'd like to make that motion. Moved by Deputy Mayor Gould, seconded by Councillor Fromm. Any questions or comments on this? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? The motion is carried. Thank you very much. 4.2, purchase of Spring Hill pumper tanker. Director Cole, you now have the floor again.
Thank you, Your Worship. Again, this matter was discussed at the recent Committee of the Whole meeting. Staff is seeking council's approval for the purchase of a pumper tanker for the Spring Hill Fire Department from Fort Garry Fire Trucks. The RFP received 2 bids, only one of which was compliant with the specifications set out in the RFP. And the recommended motion is set out on page 13 of the council package, Your Worship. Happy to take any questions.
Thank you very much, Director Cole. The motion is that the recommended motion is that council approve the purchase of a pumper tanker in the amount of $793,329 plus non-recoverable HST in the amount of $30,603.87 for a total of $823,930.87 from Fort Garry Fire Truck. If someone would like to make the motion. Moved by Councillor Lockhart, seconded by Councillor McCormick. Any conversation or discussion on this matter? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? The motion is carried. Thank you. 4.3, tender approval. Parsboro, thank you very much, Director Cole. Tender approval, Parsboro water line replacement. Justin Walcrest, Director of Public Works, you now have the floor.
Thank you, Your Worship. The municipality closed a tender for Parsboro water line replacement. 2 bids were received. Dexter Construction was the low bid and found to be compliant. The bids received from Dexter was significantly under our budget, which we received funding for from the Province of Nova Scotia's Municipal Capital Growth Program. So staff are recommending that we award to the low bidder, Dexter, but also work with the province to get approval to expand the scope and then negotiate with our contractor to see if we can expend the full amount of municipal capital growth monies we have been granted by the province.
Thank you very much, Mr. Walker. The recommended motion is that council award TMCC 2404 Parsboro Waterline Replacement to Dexter Construction for a value of $1,124,771.31. Includes non-recoverable HST and direct staff to negotiate an increase to the scope of the Parsboro Waterline Replacement Project up to the approved 2025-26 budget of $1,645,600, including non-recoverable HST. If someone would like to make the motion, please. Moved by Councillor Lee, seconded by Councillor Hotelling. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? The motion is carried. Thank you very much, Mr. Walkress. 4.4, receipt of donations for the Advocate and District Development Association. Deputy CEO Peter McCracken, you have the floor.
Thank you. Thank you, Worship. As discussed, recent Committee of the Whole meeting, the Advocate and Area Development Association is hoping the municipality will receive donations on their behalf and issue tax receipts for the construction of a new building. There's a letter circulating in the community as such, and identifying the municipality that we'll do that. And so, in order to do so, we need council's approval. So there's a recommended motion in your package for consideration.
Thank you very much, Mr. McCracken.
Your worship, I'd like to
Harris,
revise
go
the wording of the motion if I could.
Go ahead.
Suggested motion, and the motion, everybody has it in front of them, but I would suggest that this be the new motion. That council authorize the municipality to receive donations and issue tax receipts in respect of the Advocate and District Development Association building project. Full stop.
That's it?
Yep.
That's the motion, if someone would like to make it. Moved by Councillor Strong, seconded by Councillor Deputy Mayor Gould. Any questions or comments on any of this? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Contrary minded? Motion is carried. And I've got to have a motion to adjourn. Moved by Deputy Mayor Gould, we are now adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much, everyone.